Picture this, the Valley of Elah, two armies poised for war. On one side, the terrified soldiers of Israel. On the other, a single man who might as well be a mountain dog Goliath of Gath. His armor gleams, his voice is like an earthquake, and for 40 long days he has mocked Israel and their God, daring anyone, to face him in single combat. The fate of two nations hangs in the balance. Every morning the challenge rings out. Every morning the Israelites tremble. But today is different. Someone is walking out onto the battlefield. Not a king in shining armor, not a seasoned general, and it's not the shepherd boy David. No, the man striding across the dusty earth is a legend in his own right. It's Samson, the mighty judge of Israel, the man whose strength came from God himself, the man who tore a lion apart with his bare hands, the man whom 1,000 Philistine soldiers could not conquer. He carries no shield, no spear, no sword. Goliath sees him and lets out a booming, contemptuous laugh. "Am I a dog?" he bellows, his voice echoing off the hills. "That you come to me with no armor, no sword, just your bare hands?" Samson doesn't flinch. His eyes, they don't hold fear. They burn with a holy fire. He points a finger at the giant. "You come to me with a sword and with a spear and with a shield," his voice rings out clear and powerful. "But I come to you in the name of the Lord of hosts, the God of the armies of Israel, whom you have defied." Then Samson bends down. His hand closes not around a smooth stone from a brook, but around something far more familiar to him, the sun-bleached, weathered jawbone of an ass lying in the dust. The very same kind of weapon he once used to strike down 1,000 men. As his fingers wrap around it, you can almost feel the air crackle. The Spirit of God rushes upon him like a tidal wave, a thunderclap in his soul. His muscles tense, his presence seems to fill the entire valley. With a deafening roar that shakes the very ground, Goliath charges. He's a walking siege tower, an avalanche of bronze and muscle. But Samson doesn't retreat. He runs to meet him, his legendary long hair flying behind him like a fiery banner. The collision is cataclysmic. Goliath thrusts his massive spear, a weapon that could impale a chariot. With a single explosive strike of the jawbone, Samson shatters the spear shaft into splinters. The giant, stunned for a microsecond, swings his massive sword. Samson ducks under it, the wind of the blade whistling past his ear. Then, with a roar that rivals the giant's, Samson leaps and brings the jawbone crashing down on Goliath's bronze helmet. Clang, a dent appears. He strikes again, a blur of motion and divine fury. Crack, the thick bronze splits open. The giant staggers, his eyes wide with disbelief roll back in his head. And then, with a ground-shaking thud that silences the entire valley, Goliath of Gath falls face first into the dirt. A cloud of dust rises. For a heartbeat, there is only silence. Then Samson plants his foot on the back of the fallen Philistine. He raises the broken, battered jawbone high for all to see, his chest heaving, his voice a triumphant cry that echoes to the heavens. "Thus has the Lord delivered the proud into the hands of his servant." The silence is broken by a roar from the Israelite side, a wave of pure, unadulterated victory. The Philistines, their champion slain, break and flee in sheer terror, and in the center of the valley, Samson stands alone, the setting sun catching the fire in his eyes. A lone man, a bizarre weapon, and the undeniable, awe-inspiring strength of God.